Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Tassos Kalimos. Happy to be joining you guys for another edition of NBA Player Prop Parlay here on the Guy Boston Sports YouTube channel. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope your week is going well so far. Quick recap of last night. Lost. Pretty tough one there. 2 out of 3 legs hit. Unfortunately, Tyrese Maxey just could not hit the bottom of the net. 2 for 13 shooting from the floor. Unfortunately, just couldn't see that coming. 9 points finish. Really disappointing performance from Maxey in a matchup we really liked. The number was all there. The data was all there. We hit our other 2 legs. But it is what it is. We're not going to dwell on it too much. We have a new day and a new NBA player prop parlay to get to. So let's dive right in. Got another 3-leg parlay for you guys today. And just to clarify, because I did see in the comments yesterday, I am using some alternate lines for my picks. Now, I use DraftKings as my sportsbook of choice. Now, you might be able to find some of these odds somewhere else or something similar or adjacent. But the reason why sometimes you may not see certain lines like on BetMGM that I have, or maybe on FanDuel, the lines are a little bit different. I primarily look at DraftKings as my sportsbook of choice. So that is why maybe the odds might be a little bit different for you depending on the sportsbook that you're using. But we have a 3-leg parlay today, again, using primarily DraftKings as my sportsbook of choice. And for the first leg of this 3-leg parlay, we're going to the Thunder Kings game. Give me Chet Holmgren over half a steal. Get that at minus 180 odds. Now, this is a number that Holmgren is hitting at an extremely high rate this season. 16 out of his 22 games has he recorded a steal. At 73% of his games this season, he has recorded a steal. He's recorded in 7 of his last 10. So this is a number that he consistently hits. Only 6 times this year has he failed to record a steal in a game. And most importantly, the last time that they played the Kings this season, Chet Holmgren recorded a steal. So he's already done this against this same team earlier this season. And if that didn't convince you, the Sacramento Kings are currently giving up 1.5 steals per game to the power forward position, which is top 10 in the league. So favorable matchup. It's a guy who's been hitting this consistently, and he's done this against this exact same team earlier this season. For minus 180 odds for a guy who's hit this in 16 out of 22 games this year, against a team that he's already hit it against, a team that gives up 1.5 steals per game to the power forward position. Love the spot here for Chet Holmgren. I think minus 180, kind of a gift for us, to be honest. So now we're going to move on to the second and third leg of this parlay, and this is a same game parlay. We're going to be targeting the Celtics-Cavs game. Both of these picks coming from this Celtics-Cavs matchup. And so for the second leg, we are going Kristaps Porzingis under 23.5 points. This is an alternate line. Now, guys, look at this chart over here and tell me what you see. This isn't Dora the Explorer. I'm not going to actually just sit here and wait for a response. It's a lot of green, right? 14 out of the 17 games that Porzingis has played this season, this under of 23.5 points has cashed, including their last game against the Cavs, which was on Tuesday, where he scored 21 points, which is a cash of the under. So only 3 times this season has he actually hit over 23.5 points. There's multiple reasons for this because he does take enough shots, right? On Tuesday, he took 16 shots against the Cavs. He had a bad shooting night, went 5 of 16 shooting, which is why I took an alternate line here. I see a lot of people going with like under 17.5, under 18.5. I took alternate because he does take shots, and against this Cavs team, he did take a lot of shots on Tuesday. He didn't shoot the ball very well. The reason why Porzingis isn't scoring above this number is really just because of the way the Celtics are built. There's just a lot of cooks in the kitchen here. You got Tatum and Brown and White and Holiday and Horford and all these players that sometimes a guy like Porzingis, number one, they don't really need him to score over this. And number two, it's just tough. Like, there's only one ball to share between everybody. And Porzingis, he's there. He hits the shots when he needs to take them, but he's not really the focal point of the offense from a scoring perspective all the time. So only 3 times this season in a Celtics uniform has he hit this over of 23.5. So I like the spot here with the under 23.5. And the matchup data really isn't on our side. The Cavs give about 23 points a game to the center position, so it's about where this line is at. They're not a great defensive team against centers this season, but again, the fact that he just covered this under against the Cavs last time they played, I do think coming off of that game, now it's not necessarily a back-to-back. I do think, though, that with Porzingis, the other thing that might help us here is that his minutes get regulated a little bit because the Celtics, they don't want him getting hurt. So I don't think he's going to play north of 30 minutes. This could be a game where we see him play 27, 28 minutes. I think you're going to see his minutes go down a little bit tonight, which could also help in hitting this under. I mean, like I said, he's hit this in 14 out of 17 games, but more specifically, look a little closer, he's hit this in 9 of his last 10. So just a really great spot for Porzingis here. And for the third and final leg, sticking with that Celtics-Cavs game, we are going to throw something in there just because I think it's a pretty easy bet to hit, and we just want something to get us to plus odds, to get us a little higher odds here. We're going to go ahead and hit Drew Holiday over 3.5 rebounds for minus 600 odds. Now, I know the odds are high, and because of their high, it's going to negate you from any sort of profit boosts or anything. But this is something just to get the odds up a little bit higher, to make this parlay a little more profitable for us, and something that I think is a pretty clear hit. Now, guys, you want to talk about guaranteed hits. This is as close to a guaranteed hit as I can give you guys. He's hit this in 95% of his games in a Celtics uniform. In 19 of 20 games this season for the Celtics, he has hit this over of 3.5 rebounds. Now, I had a Drew Holiday prop in a parlay the other night. It was over 4.5 rebounds. It did not hit 5 rebounds. Against the Cavs, he only had 4. That's why I'm going with the 3.5 line. We're going to take it down a little bit. The Cavs give up about 6 rebounds a game to the point guard position, but because he only had 4 the last time they played, I'm going to take it down a notch. I probably could go 4.5, and he probably would be safe to hit it. His numbers for that over 4.5 are also very good, but I am going to lean here with the 3.5. Again, we're just looking for a safe bet to throw in here to help the odds go up a little bit more, and he's hit this in 19 out of 20 games this season. Only once, and he had 3 rebounds in that game, so he just missed it by a rebound. I love this spot here. Again, it's minus 600. It's nothing crazy. It's just to help us get the profit up a little bit here. So, Drew Holiday, I mean, I don't know if you guys want me to go any more deeper in the numbers. Look at all that green. Look at it all. 95% hit rate this season. All right, he's hit it in each of his last 10 games, and then more importantly, he hit it in this last game versus the Cavs. He had 4 rebounds. So I love the spot here for Drew Holiday. Probably goes higher than this. Don't be afraid. If you guys want to go ahead and try and go for 4.5, even 5.5, the numbers are there. The data supports that. I'm just going on the safer side because I want to sprinkle a third leg in here just to help us get a little extra money. So, over 3.5 rebounds. And guys, when you put that all together, you get a parlay of plus 162 odds. Not half bad for a 3-leg parlay, guys, with the trends that they've been hitting. Guys, thank you very much. Let me know. Comment if you're tailing, if you're riding with me. And just a reminder, I bet all these parlays too. So when I lose like I did last night, I lose money too. I've seen a lot of comments, people saying, like, getting upset. And I get it. You're losing money because of my recommendation. I understand that. But they are recommendations at the end of the day. Just to remind you guys, these are the picks that I'm writing. I'm not forcing you to take these. I'm just giving you my insight, the data, the research that I have found. By the way, shout out to Outlier for all the data and stuff that we got today. Link in the description below, 7-day free trial. When you use our special link, you can get access to all the kind of data that I do too. There's props for every single game, not just these 3 picks. There's picks for almost every player. So go ahead and check that out. Link in the description below, 7-day free trial. Guys, that is it for me today. Until tomorrow, when we have a new NBA Player Prop Parlay, I hope you're all winners.